REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Orange County Community Foundation, Paoli Health and Living Community, Riley Oil Company, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Summers Seamless Gutters, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Orange County Eats, The Superburger and Whitfield Investments.
A game that has been canceled twice because of the weather will finally be played on this final Wednesday of the regular season, and it has huge implications when it comes to the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference, as the Paoli Rams set on top of the conference standings undefeated with this game and one more game on Friday against Crawford County. But nipping at their heels, this Mitchell Blue Jacket team with only one loss in PLAC play, and this is their final conference game of the year. So a win here can really put a logjam at the top between Mitchell along with Paoli and Orleans. Good evening, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time now for Rams basketball on Mix 95.3. Streaming live on WUME953.com and ask Alexa to play WUME 953. Rams are 19-2, winners of 7 in a row. Mitchell 15-7, but they have won 7 out of their last 8 ball games. So, Bert, two teams that are playing good basketball down here in the stretch heading into sectional play.
Yeah, and exactly the way you want it to be. Yeah, you want to be playing your best coming toward the end, and Mitchell, after a little bit of a struggling start, trying to figure things out with a new coaching system and all, they've righted the ship since the holiday break and are playing some pretty good ball. A team that can challenge Paoli, a team that has some size, a little bit of quickness. They like to get after you on the defensive end, just like Paoli does. And this year, playing a little more up-tempo, which that's, I'm sure, part of the reason why they're winning more ball games than what they had in the past few years.
And also a dangerous team because they can shoot the three-pointer.
Yes, they can. They've got several kids averaging better than double figures or just over, and they will be a challenge because the size is where they get you on the perimeter, because if you come out and get on them, they can just shoot over the top of you. So it's a challenge for Paoli tonight.
Rams will have to rely on what's got them here so far this season, and that's with their athleticism along with their tenacious man-to-man defense and full-court pressure, turning over and hitting the boards.
Yeah, gotta hit the boards. Mitchell's got some size, like I say, so they would expect to be able to control it, and Paoli would like nothing better than to do the usual, get some of those shoot-till-happy type trips where you're just rebounding it until you're finally able to put it in, and then you got to block out. If Mitchell's going to put up threes, that's going to mean long rebounds and chances, if you get the rebound, to get out and run after them.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. We'll talk with first-year head coach Clint Rossler of Mitchell, and then we'll have our usual chat with Rams head basketball coach Dusty Cole. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Riley Oil is pleased to announce they are once again pumping gas for their valued customers after the 2023 tornado outbreak at their Paoli location. The Riley family invites you to stop in and fill up with quality Marathon gasoline and diesel. Stop in and check out the facility, grab a cold drink and a Hoosier Lottery ticket. Be sure to visit their other 2 locations in Orleans and Hardinsburg and grab a snack, drink, or something cooked fresh from their grab-and-go hot bar. Riley's Marathon offers after-hours pay at the pump for your convenience. Visit them off the east side of the Paoli Square in Orleans and Hardinsburg.
Your high-end electronics and gadgets are only as good as your internet service provider. Stop the frustration of slow and unreliable internet service with a call to Orange County Fiber. Call Orange County Fiber and check out their brand new fiber packages that include lightning-fast upload and download speeds for households that stream, game, and surf the internet. Call Orange County Fiber and see the difference fiber can make in your daily life or your business operation. Phone OC Fiber at 812-865-2229. Orange County Fiber, bringing high-speed internet to your community.
Mitchell head basketball coach Clint Rossler joins us now. His team on the road tonight, a key PLAC matchup with the Rams. We'll get into that in just a few minutes. But, Coach, got your team rolling here pretty well at the end of February, coming in 15 wins and 7 out of the last 8. What's been the success factor here?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a stretch in the middle of the season. We went on a losing streak, and it kind of showed us our weaknesses. And I think we've attacked those weaknesses in practice, shored up a few things on the defensive end. And I think that's really been a key to our success is our defensive growth here the last half of the season.
You in your first year here at Mitchell, what kind of changes did you bring in and some of the things that you want to develop as this season went along?
Yeah, I've had a chance to, probably for 8 or 9 years, be able to scout and watch Mitchell over the years, and they've always had a lot of athletes. And something I really wanted to do different here was a different defensive system that I thought we could apply to the athleticism that we have, and be able to challenge teams a little bit more consistently. I know it's been a big change for everybody. We had a nice summer together, and then we've really honed in on trying to change some things. And it's taken about half the season to really buy into what we're trying to do, and I think we've really taken a grip on it, and we've been off and running. Also, offensively, we wanted to use the athleticism to get out and be able to, kind of let the horses go and get up and down the floor, and that's been a key to our success as well.
I was going to say, yeah, it takes all parts of it, and part of that is having players buy into it.
Yeah, we're a senior-heavy group, and it's hard to get a group of seniors and basically change everything that you're doing. But I give all the credit to the kids for being able to buy in and just trust what we're trying to do. I feel as if I can tell them anything, and they're going to go out and do it to the best of their ability.
Tell us a bit about this team, Coach, offensively, defensively. What are you trying to do out on the floor?
Offensively, we try to increase the pace. We want to try to get as many possessions in a game as possible. To do that, we like to get out in transition. Back half of the season here, people have saw that and have tried to slow us down. Early in the year, we struggled with that, and here of late, we've done a really good job of being able to play a half-court game as well, which is big when it comes to tournament time. Defensively, we take a little bit of pack line defensive style, and then we also just kind of have a hybrid of, we have some athletes, so we might as well use the athletes and put a little bit more pressure on everybody. And it's been a successful year for us.
What about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
I like our matchup with Paoli. They have some really nice pieces. Obviously, Fletcher is one of the best kids in the area, so he's going to be, an issue for us all night. Make sure we try to limit his shots, limit his touches. They have some size down low. Chad is a bruiser in the paint, and we got to be able to handle him on the boards and not let him get deep position. But I like I think we play similar styles when it comes to increasing the pace and getting up and down the floor, so it should be a fun matchup for us.
Will you press?
I don't think so, unless necessary. We might have a soft ball pressure, but not to the extent that they will.
Hey, Coach, like Rams last night, you had a game as well. You picked up a big win over Shoals.
Yeah, they're a scrappy team, and anytime you go to Shoals, you got to expect it's even going to be more scrappy. But we were able to gut one out, and we played pretty well.
Oh, a big conference game for both teams tonight.
Yeah, if we can come out with a win, we get a share of the PLAC, and I think that would be huge for us giving us some confidence going into the sectional.
What about lineup for your ball club tonight?
A little bit different than usual. We will have Austin Mosier at guard. We'll have Nate and we'll have Gavin Robinson, Tate Woods, Austin Mosier, Nate Robertson, and Carl Schnall.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
As healthy as we can be at this point in the year. Yeah, we'll all be ready to go.
Well, I know it's a big game tonight because it's the game on the schedule for tonight. But Coach, we got to look ahead, fortunately, and you get a chance. Maybe I know you're looking to make 3 trips down here next week.
Absolutely. We all got together and watched the draw earlier in the season. The game against Salem didn't go the way we wanted it to, so the kids are excited to hopefully get some payback. And then we'll see what we can do from there on out. And, we're looking forward to getting to sectional time.
Coach Rossler, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Head Coach Clint Rossler, Mitchell, stay tuned. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Get ready for a taste explosion at the Superburger in Paoli, home of the Triple Nuke, the burger that takes flavor to a whole new level. But that's not all. They now proudly claim the title of second best burger in Indiana. Sizzle into satisfaction with their mouth-watering patties made with locally raised 90% lean grass-fed beef with fresh ingredients that'll leave your taste buds begging for more. The Superburger, where every bite is a journey of culinary delight. Swing by today and discover why they are the talk of the town. The Superburger, West Main Street in Paoli, where the Triple Nuke reigns supreme and the taste is legendary.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Dusty Cole of Paoli, our guest now. Rams back at home for the second consecutive night. This will know a big matchup in conference play, taking on the Mitchell Blue Jackets. We're getting into that game in just a few minutes. But Coach, last night had another tough one here as the North Harrison Cougars came in and played a good game against your team. Finally, though, able to stretch it out there at the end and get that big double-digit win.
Yeah, I thought they played well. They hit some shots from the outside, hit 6 threes on us. Played just some... a scrappy team, I think. I thought they played hard the entire night. But looking back, I think we won all 4 quarters. First quarter won by 7, second quarter won by about 3, and then 3 again or something like that, and then a 5 in the last one. So anytime you could just kind of build those quarters together, didn't have those big runs like we talked about in the post game last night, but had some small runs and for the most part did a pretty nice job.
As you were able to now kind of sit down, digest it, what was your biggest takeaways in that Rams win?
We did a really good job on the glass. That was really important. We're starting to see some different defenses here late in the year. Not having Kirkland for a couple games made a big difference. We got him back, just kind of got his feet wet. We didn't really play him big minutes. He only played about 7 or 8 minutes for us, but I think that will help him getting back in the flow of it here, these next couple of games, and just kind of want to see him a little bit. But we've missed some shots from the outside the past couple of games, and that's been the key to why we've had a little bit of struggle on the offensive end. But when you choose to play that style of a defense against us, there's still some things we can take advantage of, and our guys have done a really good job of that. The big guys both had 10 points apiece. Chad had a double-double as well. We're going to hurt you on the glass a little bit sometimes, because we got those guys inside too. Dane didn't miss a shot from the floor. So the big guys kind of went to work a little bit, and that's what we have to get. But we always are able to play defense too, and that's a key for us as well. I thought we did a really good job playing defense for 4 quarters. We turned them over about 20 times last night. So the past 2 games, we're turning past 3 games, we're turning these teams over about 22 times a game. So we're getting some offense off of that as well. And when we get these guys scoring on the inside like they have the past couple games, and then get a couple shots to fall from a 3, I think that's going to make a big difference.
Task at hand tonight, Coach, a big win in conference against the Mitchell Blue Jackets, who have played well this year.
Yeah, they've got a good team. Got 15 wins on the season. You kind of look at the schedule a little bit, and they've played some really good basketball. They played some of the better teams in the state, Southern Indiana, really close. They've got a couple really good wins, most wins they've had in 25 years or something like that. So it's a good basketball team. You just look at the personnel, and there's a couple guys stand out pretty quick. The Moser kid obviously is one of the better scorers around us. He can hit some tough shots. He scores at all 3 levels. He's a kid that even if he played pretty good defense, has a pretty good hand in his face, he can still make a shot. And he can be a little streaky at times, but man, when he gets going, he can really score. And so he has also really improved his passing. I think that's where he's probably improved his game more than anything. He can hit those tough shots, but he's become a really good passer. He just involves his teammates a lot. So it kind of starts with him a little bit out front. We got to know where he is. The Robinson kid is kind of a kid that kind of an undersized big, but the way he can attack you, he's really hard to guard. His first step is really quick. He's only about 6 foot or so, but he can play inside. He draws contact, gets to the free throw line a whole lot, probably averages 16 points a game or so, 17. And he's very consistent, getting 16 or 17. So he'll be a guy we always have to keep an eye on. He'll catch the ball in the middle of the floor, and he can do some things from there. And then, look inside, you got a 6'7" kid, 6'8" kid on the back end of the defense, and he's also a very good passer. He can score, obviously, when he catches it deep. He gets some offensive putbacks. He can run the floor pretty well. But where he can hurt you is just the way he flashes in the middle of their zones and stuff, and he can pass out of the high post really well. And even when you pressure him in the full court, he can come down the floor and he catches up high, gets the ball high, and he can pass over top of you some. So that allows them to beat the pressure a little bit, and they got all those scores around them.
We break this down offensively, defensively, but the Rams got to do to win tonight.
Well, we have to do what we always do. For one, we have to make some shots. That's going to be a key. This is probably a game, if we don't hit any threes at all, it's going to be tough to win. We're going to have to knock down a few, which I think we will for sure. We're kind of due to do that anyway. But we have to compete on the glass. That's really important. We have to be patient on the offensive end and break them down a little bit. You kind of look at their defense. They're not bad, but, they're still giving up 54, 55 points a game. There's going to be some opportunity there, but we have to break them down a little bit. We got to make them go side to side some, be kind of patient, get them to move some, put them in some ball screen action, and then we have to attack them from there. So I think that's important too. We want to be able to put the pressure on, but we can't give up the layups on the back end. We saw that in the first half last night. We gave up about 3 or 4 layups on the back end. That's something we can't do. We have to sprint back once the ball gets thrown over the top, or we actually got beat off the dribble a little bit last night. They split us a little too much, and that sometimes leads to some 3-on-2. So we can't let that happen. I think we have to take away those easy points like that, and we can't give them offensive rebounds either. They're going to shoot pretty quick most of the time. They play pretty fast. They'll take some quick shots, and we got to make sure that we just give them the one shot only.
Line up for your Rams.
We'll start Fletcher and Dakota in the backcourt, and then we'll go with Dane and Traylon with forwards and Chad in the middle.
Then off your bench?
Cooper will come in pretty quick. I think you'll see Kirkland pretty early. Jackson, I thought, played really well last night. You might see him a little bit, and then a few of the JV guys as well.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
They are. I think Kirkland, probably not 100%, but pretty close to it, and everybody else should be ready to go.
Huge game in conference, Coach.
Big game. I hope our kids understand that. I think they do, but we're going to have to come out and not be flat here tonight for sure.
Coach Cole, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head Coach Dusty Colapaoli, stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Orange County REMC offers security systems for your home. Home security systems are available to members and non-members and will provide protection from fire, carbon monoxide, and theft. These systems are continuously monitored, so you will have a peace of mind whether you are at home, work, or vacation. You might even qualify for a discount on your homeowner's premium. Install a security system for as low as $299 with monitoring, starting at $29.95 per month with bundle. For more information on these home services, call Orange County REMC at 812-865-2229.
Inflation and other economic factors can keep you from getting the best results from your investments. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan may be able to help you find ways to stay ahead of inflation, save money on your taxes, and prepare for retirement. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates, Incorporated. Member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by the Super Burger Restaurant, home of the best dressed burgers in town on West Main Street in Paoli. For the visiting Mitchell Blue Jackets, at forward number 12, Carl Chenault, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 2.3. The other forward tonight's number 22, Gavin Robinson, 5'11" and a junior, almost 16 points per ball game. At center, number 40, Nate Robertson, 6'8" and a senior, 9.8. The backcourt for the Jackets tonight, number 2, Austin Moser, 6'2" and a senior, 16.1. And number 3, Kate Wood, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 5.5. The Jackets scored at 60.1 and give up 54.2 on the defensive end. First-year head coach Clint Rossler. The Jackets are 15-7 overall and 4-1 in conference play. For the homestanding Paoli Rams tonight, at forward number 2, Traylon Mitten, 6'2" and a junior, averaging 3.2. The other forward, number 4, Dane Padgett, 6'3" and a junior, 5.4. At center for the Rams, 32, Chad Sullivan, 6'3" and a junior, 11.4. In the backcourt for the Rams, number 14, Fletcher Cole, 6' and a senior, 22.8. And number 30, Dakota Apple, 6'2" and a sophomore, averaging 5.1. The Rams scored at almost 62 a game, give up 43. hit 53% of their two-point shots, 30% behind the arc, 70% at the line. Head coach Dusty Cole, the Rams are 19-2 and 4-0 in PLAC play. Lineups have been brought to you by the Super Burger Restaurant, home of the best-dressed burgers in town on West Main Street in Paoli. Mitchell in their traveling blue with white trimmed in gold. The Rams are in their home white trimmed in purple and gold. And to take you through tonight's ball game, here's Bert Pedigo.
All right, Chad Sullivan will step to the center court circle for Paoli, and Woods does the same for Mitchell. Ball nearly out of bounds, and just as Cole got to it, he did step on the sideline back here. It was tipped that far back into backcourt, and Mitchell will start with the first possession of the night. They'll clarify just to make sure who gets possession after that as far as the alternating possession arrow, so it should go to Paoli after this.
Well, if Fisher gets it squared away, it actually be Mitchell basketball because nobody actually got the tip. More like Rams, they say, did have possession because it was a turnover, and that will give it over to the Jackets. Hopefully that won't be a big factor as we start the beginning of this game.
All right, Paoli starts off man-to-man. They get it right down low. Chenault all alone, missed the easy one, got his own rebound, missed again. Rebound still loose. He throws it off of Apple, but Apple is there to save it from going out of bounds. Paoli dodges 2 point-blank shots. Right side, Paget has it in the front court for Orleans. Back out front to Apple at the center court circle. He hands it to Cole, and Paoli has their first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Looking down low, they get it to the low post to Paget, out to Sullivan at the free throw line. Leave it off for Cole. Played about a minute. Mitchell looks like they're in the man-to-man also. Angle to the right side with Cole. Cole into the lane. Waits, hesitates. Shot up in traffic. No good. Rebound controlled underneath by Robertson. Long outlet pass ahead to Woods, and he's going to be called for a charge as they say that Cole got there in time to draw it.
Even though that was a turnover on the charging foul, Coach Rossler happy. He liked the way his team was able to get out there quickly in transition to get to the basket. That has been a strength so far of this Mitchell ball club in their winning streak, 7 of their last 8. Now, when the Rams have it against this man-to-man, they want to be very patient. They feel if they can work this Mitchell team for 15 or 20 seconds or longer on the defensive end, they can break them down and get some good shots.
Paoli to the offensive end. Apple has it near the midcourt stripe. Reverses, spins again. Now he's going back to the right side. Has used up the dribble, passes out front to Minton, and Paoli sets from there. Minton hands it off to Paget on the wing. Paget, his pass deflected. It's going into backcourt. Chenault runs it down. One-on-one with Paget to the bucket. Shot good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play.
Mitchell, the aggressor on the defense. And Chenault, a great steal and finish at the rim. He'll be there for a three-point play opportunity. First points of the night coming here at the 6:33 mark. That foul will be on Dane Paget. That'll be his first, team foul number 1.
Chenault, 6'3" and a senior. His free throw, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Sullivan. Paoli will bring it forward from there. Mitchell is back defensively. Work to the right side to Minton. He's right on the sideline. Minton, left-handed dribble out to Cole near the center court circle. Cole, between the legs dribble, angles over to the right. Now looks over to the bench, gets the instructions, and they're set. Cole drives in, got in the lane, kicks it back out to Apple. Apple drives it to the free throw line. Out to Paget, now to Minton. Paoli continues to work side to side against that Mitchell man-to-man. Apple with it now, tries to drive, got in the lane, reverses. He's used up the dribble, passes back out front to Minton to Cole. Cole, he'll drive left side, hesitation move, got to the baseline, forced the jumper up. It's no good. Rebound, Sullivan's got it underneath for Paoli, and they'll get another crack at it. He'll outlet to Cole, now to Minton, high post to Paget. Paget leaves it for Apple. Apple drives in, 10-footer, left side, banks it in. He's got his first two of the night for Paoli, and we are tied at 2. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. A near steal, it is tipped into backcourt. Minton, a foot race to get to it, got it, laid it up and in. Turnover to an easy 2 that time. He's got his first 2, does Minton, and Paoli their first lead of the night at 4-2. Quickly into front court. Robinson runs it on the baseline. Forced up the jumper. It's no good. Cole the rebound. He runs it into front court. Cole, hesitation, got it to the baseline and no further. Now Robertson, the big 6'8" kid, he's got him defensively. Swinging right side to Paget. Down low they get it to Sullivan. Shot over Robertson is good. First two of the night for Sullivan, and Paoli a 6-0 burst and lead it 6-2. Quickly into front court. Woods pulls up right side. Three, no good. Robertson, his shot blocked out of there. Rebound controlled by Minton. Minton runs it to the front court. Under to Sullivan, who lays it up and in again over Robertson. Chad Sullivan with a quick 4, and it's an 8-2 ball game in favor of Paoli. Paoli sets full court pressure. Ball tipped in backcourt, but Robertson recovers it. Long pass ahead, tipped again, this time by Padgett. It goes out of bounds and stays with Mitchell.
Well, we're seeing what Coach Cole thought they might see against the press. That's having the big 6'8" Robertson in that backcourt. He's the relief valve in the middle. Anytime they get into trouble, they know that they can throw it to the middle of the court, and he'll be there to get it. And then once he receives it, he's got the height to look over and find an open teammate.
Chenault brings it into Mosier on the far sideline. He doesn't like what he sees, brings it back out front. Mosier motioning for Woods to go through. Mosier works right side. He's pulling up. Three on the way is good. Couple of feet behind the line. He gets his first, and it's an 8-5 ball game now in favor of Paoli. Into front court. Spires with it. He checked in at the last break, as did Kirkland Hughes. Out front, Cole has it. Cole waits for the screen. Works off of that from Sullivan. Drives in. Leaves it off for Chad. Ball deflected. It's loose. Sullivan runs it down. Gets it over to Hughes, right side. Fire it back out to Spires. Spires makes three. Drives in and lays it in. Lane opened up for him. He's got his first two, and Paoli's lead now at 10-5. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Quickly into front court. Robertson in the lane, and we're going to have a jump ball called as Paoli tied him up on his way up. Jump ball will favor Mitchell.
Good job by Kirkland Hughes to come in from the side that time. Robertson, though, committed the big sin of bringing that ball down at 6'8", which brought it right to eye level of Kirkland, and he was able to tie him up.
Chenault steps out of bounds. He'll do the honors for Mitchell. Has it, slaps it, brings it into Mosier near midcourt. Mosier guarded closely by Apple. He'll pull up. Left side three on the way is off the mark. No good. Way off the mark. Rebound. Sullivan has it for Paoli. Waits. Hands it off to Cole. Cole runs it up the far sideline. Now a long three on the way is good. He was beyond the volleyball spike line that time.
Logo.
He's got his first three, and it's 13-5. Paoli on top. Mitchell with the basketball. Robinson driving in. Shot up good. They're going to count that. And a chance for a three-point play.
Just like last night with North Harrison. Mitchell, they will attack against this press. They don't be content just to get it across the 10-second line. They go to the rim. That foul going to be on the Rams on Robinson. That will be his first points of the night, and an opportunity here for a three-point play for the forward.
Paoli continuing to sub in and out, see if their depth pays off in the end. Robinson's free throw is up and no good, and we've got a rebound foul as Woods, somehow he managed to root Minton out of there. That's not an easy thing to do, and Woods called for the push.
And that's a big one because Tate Woods now has 2 personal fouls. And quickly coming in, Aiden Pridemore, a normal starting guard, but he has been dealing with a sprained ankle and not quite 100%. Didn't know if he did not play last night against Shoals and was saying before the game to his coach so that he was ready to go tonight. We'll see how close to 100% though he is.
Paoli up 6 with possession of the basketball. Out front, Cole's got it. It got loose. He went to the floor, pulled it out of there, saves it. Now out front, Hughes has it. Hughes leaves it off for Cole. Over to Hughes. He's open. 3 left side. Good. Just left of the key. He's got his first 3. 16-7. Paoli up by 9. And a steal in backcourt. Minton's got it. He's driving in and is fouled. Foul on the floor. That'll give it to Paoli out of bounds. Another turnover for Mitchell. That's their 4th of the night.
Foul will be whistled on Austin Mosier, number 2. That'll be his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. This Rams pressure causing some problems for this veteran Mitchell ball club.
Spires lobs it in to Cole at the free throw line, backs it out with the dribble, and now Paoli will set against the man-to-man. Cole angles left, passes left. Hughes has it, skip it right side. Spires open 3, fakes instead, drives and leans in with the running one-hander. That is up and good. 18-7, Paoli up double digits, up by 11. Into front court. Driving in and scooping it up is Robinson. It's no good. Rebound. Sullivan has it for Paoli. Paoli Into front court. Pass it right side. Now down low. They get it to Sullivan. He's wide open and lays it up and in. And Coach Clint Rossler of Mitchell says, I have seen enough. He will take time. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and
Time
Living
rolls
is a
on
senior
and change
living
happens, but some things remain the same. Banks send their profits to stockholders, and credit unions share profits with members and their local communities. The difference seems simple, but the effect is huge. Since 2021, Hoosier Hills Credit Union has donated over $500,000 to nonprofits, scholarships, athletic programs, and community foundations across central and southern Indiana. We're proud to give back to our local communities. If you'd like to bank local and build our community together, visit HoosierHills.com and join us today.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Last basket by Chad Sullivan, textbook how to play that low post. He beat Robertson to the spot, gave a great angle for the entry pass, and then just turned and softly laid it off the glass.
Paoli, 20-7 lead. Robinson quickly into front court. We've got a block called. Thought Padgett might have gotten there in time, but instead Robinson, benefit of the call, he has a chance for a three-point play.
Already early on, we talked about it in the scouting report. Robinson, he is not hesitating at all going to the basket. And he was able to get that bucket to fall. Padgett, he's in some foul trouble. That's going to be 2 on Dane and team foul number 3.
Robinson, not the biggest of the Mitchell boys. Matter of fact, shortest of the starters at 5'11". But he comes in averaging 16 points. You can kind of see why. He forces the issue on the offensive end. He's got 4 right now, going for 5. Free throw on the way is up and good. Got that? And that's what Mitchell needed out of that timeout was some points. They're back within 10 at 20-10. That on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli to the offensive end. Lob it right side to Hughes. Fakes 3. Gets it back to Cole. Cole leaves it off. No, instead keeps it. He's popping open for 3. That's good. Went to the floor. No call made. He's got 6. And it's 23-10. Paoli up again by 13. Chenault quickly into front court. Left-handed dribble, gets it out front to Mosier, down low. They go to Robinson, reverses and lays it up and in. Good offensive game for him. He's got 7, and it's 23-12. Paoli's lead at 11. Cole across the timeline. Hesitation, leaves it off for Spires, down low to Minton. Minton fakes, leaves it off for Spires in the lane. Shot up off the glass, no good, ball loose. Hughes comes down with it, puts it up in the lane, no good. Got his own rebound, went to the floor with it. He got hit in the head as the Mitchell player landed on him. Out front, Cole with it. He launches a 3 that's no good, and we're going to have a rebound foul as Minton is knocked to the floor, and that is some rough and tumble basketball.
Bodies all over the place down under the Rams basket. That foul will finally be called on Gavin Robinson of Mitchell. That'll be his first, team foul number 4. Rams still not over the limit here in the final 39 seconds.
Well, Hughes was hit. It looked like that kid from U of L that got hit and had a couple of teeth knocked out the other day. Paoli inbounds quickly to Sullivan, who puts it up and in. He's fouled, count it, and a chance for a three-point play as they screened him open underneath.
Big quarter for Chad. He's 4 for 4 from the field and will now get a shot at the free throw line. That foul goes on one Pridemore, his first, team foul number 5.
37 seconds left in the quarter. Paoli up 25-12. Free throw by Sullivan, up and good. Make it 26-12. And a quick rest for Fletcher Cole here at the quarter break.
That was the first free throw, by the way, of the game for the Rams.
Paoli controlling the boards right now. 10 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive end. Quickly into front court. Robinson in a hurry, driving in. Did he walk? Yes, he did. Ran into the back of his own man, and that knocked him off balance and created the turnover. That's the 5th of the night.
The right idea. He wanted to use his teammate Robertson as a kind of a moving screen to get into the basket, but all of a sudden Robinson put the brakes on, and Robinson couldn't slow down, and Robertson actually led to that turnover.
All right, Paoli up by 14. They're going to get, or can get, the last shot of the quarter. and will get the ball to start the second quarter now. Sullivan out front with it, hands it off to Cole. 18 seconds left as Cole checked in for the offense at that timeout. Cole got around his man, got down the lane, couldn't get his shot, backs it out, still 10 seconds to go on the game clock. Cole now reverses, thought about the three, instead to Hughes, left corner. His three, no good. Ball tipped around. Minton came down with it. He put it up, no good. Followed by Apple is too late at the buzzer, and that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. An impressive start for Paoli as they lead Mitchell 26-12. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, 1 quarter in the books and a great start for Paoli. They put 26 points up on the board in the first quarter as compared to 12 for Mitchell. Paoli also winning the rebounding battle by a margin of better than 2-1, 11-5 there. And it looks like, 5 of them are on the offensive end. Turnovers, Paoli's been able to turn Mitchell over also. 5 turnovers against the Jackets in that first quarter. Paoli with just 1. Paoli begins with the lead and possession of the basketball as we're underway in second quarter. On the right side, Apple fakes the handoff, drives in, can't get around his man, kicks it back out to Cole. Cole drives into the free throw line, leans in, jumper, spins out on him, no good. Robertson, the rebound for Mitchell. Outlet pass to Chenault. He's quickly across the timeline, has used up his dribble, gets it to Robertson. Robertson, hesitation move, shot no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Sullivan. Outlet pass to Cole. Cole driving in, reverses, skips it up, no good. Rebound, Minton is fouled as he goes back up and will get a chance at the free throw line.
Rams continue to pound that offensive glass. Put this foul on number 4, Malachi Goodman, who checked in at the break. That'll be his first team foul, number 1. Coach Cole said the Rams would have to shoot better tonight, and they have. 8 out of 13 in that first quarter from two-point range, 62%. 3 out of 5 behind the arc for 60%, and 1 out of 1 at the free throw line.
Minton's first free throw is too hard, no good. Fouled in the act, so he'll get another. Second one on the way. That looks better. No, spun out on him. Ball kicked out of bounds, though, and they say last touch by Spires of Paoli.
Mitchell, not that bad. They were 4 out of 8 from inside the arc, 50%. 1 out of 3 from three-point land, 33%, and just 1 out of 3 at the free throw line.
Inbounds to Mosier. Mosier to Chenault at the center court line. Back in the backcourt to Mosier. Lob it ahead. Dangerous pass. Tipped away. It's going out of bounds. They say last touch by Paoli as Sullivan got a hand on it.
Both Goodman and Robertson were back behind the zone. That was a great play because Chad was guarding 2 players and still went after the basketball and got a fingertip on it to deflect it out of bounds.
Mosier sips out of bounds in the far corner. His pass deflected, but Chenault able to come up with it. Hand it off to Robinson. Robinson to Mosier, and Mitchell will set in the half court. Paoli man-to-man as they have been all night. Mosier angles to the right, got around his man, got to the bucket, and scooped it up and in. He's got 5. 26-14 the score. Paoli up by 12 with the basketball. Cole drives it on the right side, got to the baseline, leaves it off for Sullivan. Shot no good. Got his own rebound, though, went back up in traffic and laid it up and in. He's already in double figures with 11 as Chad Sullivan of Paoli. 28-14 the score. Mitchell quickly into front court. Get it to Robertson at the three-point line. Robertson now at the free throw line, angles over to Robinson. We've got Chenault over there. He's shaken up, and that's why nobody was out running the pattern over here. He evidently has twisted an ankle or rolled something.
Yeah, he's not sure with that left leg. I don't know. Again, that happened away from the action. I don't know what happened over there, but
he's pointing as if it was up against the bleachers or something like that.
Don't know if he just slipped awkwardly or what. But anyway, he'll come out of the lineup for the Jackets, and Ian Bostock, the Rams trainer, will take a look at him to see if they can get him fixed up and ready to go.
Lob it in to Mosier in backcourt. Caden Mullis will take his place in the lineup. Right side, Mosier. Paoli looks like they've gone to a zone defense. Mitchell lobbing over the top of it right now. Mosier tightens up right side. 2 on the way is no good. Ball out of bounds as Minton couldn't quite put a handle on it. It kicked on the inline off of him. It'll belong to Mitchell.
One of those hard to gauge because you think it's going to come off the rim, but it did not, and didn't have the right angle that Traylon thought it was going to come down to him.
Mosier lobs it into Robertson. His close-in shot, no good. Ball knocked away after Goodman had come up with it, and it will stay with Mitchell.
Well, a few times the Jackets have had a second chance opportunity. The Rams have done a nice job early on here, limiting them to be one and done.
Goodman has it, slaps it, and he was trying to get it in on the far sideline to Robertson. He wasn't anticipating it. It went right out of bounds.
Well, an unforced turnover has Coach Rossler just scratching his head saying, guys, here it is, game number 23. Those are not the mistakes that we should be making.
28-14 the score. Paoli on top with the basketball. 6 minutes left in the first half of play. Right side, Minton has it. He's at the three-point line. Dumps it off to Cole. Cole, right side to Spires. They look down low. Instead, come to Apple at the free throw line.
Take that shot.
Yeah, he didn't want to take it. Was wide open. Get it to Spires. Spires left side to Minton. Minton driving in, kicks it out to Apple to Cole, and Paoli will cycle through again. Cole leaves it off for Spires. Now to Cole. Cole at the three-point line, left of the key. Looks to drive, got to the baseline, pulled up, and faded away with a 2 that's good. He's got 8. 31-14 the score. Paoli up by 17. Paoli extends, full court pressure. Mosier with it, gets it into Robertson. He just went down the lane, laid it up, no good, left it short, got his own rebound, left that short, and Paoli comes down with the defensive board. Sullivan, outlet pass to Cole, and we've got a collision at the three-point line. Sullivan will get called for an illegal screen.
And on Chad, after having this big first half, all of a sudden now that's his second personal foul. He'll have to exit with 11 points to the bench here at the 5:03 mark. Kind of keep that in mind as this second quarter unfolds to see how big of a change that will make in this ball game with him sitting on the bench.
Yeah, Paoli's 2 big guys on the bench with 2 each. Paget out as well. Pass deflected in backcourt. They're going to say it was a kick. The official did, at least. One did. So we'll bring it out of bounds and try it all over again.
Dakota said, I actually got it with my forearm.
Yeah, and I think he did. Yeah, it was a few feet above the ground. All right, into the front court. Apple gets a deflection. Cooper Spires comes up with the loose basketball. Get it all to Cole. Cole reverses, pins in, pulls up, free throw, no good. And the basketball got free in the lane. Cole was chasing after it, and it looks like he was being grabbed and held.
Foul on Goodman, number 4, and that's quickly his second off the bench. Team foul number 2. Rams upset because in that mad scramble, Mosier actually reached down and grabbed the leg of Apple to keep him from heading down the court, but nothing was called.
And Apple comes limping off of the court. He's out. Kirkland Hughes, he's back in. Lob it into Cole at the three-point line. Cole over to Hughes, right side. Hughes back out front to Minton. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Paoli out in front, 30-14 right now. Out front, Cole with it. Chenault, he's been with him all night, right there with him. Chenault pushes him out to the midcourt line. Now Cole drives, leaves it off for Spires. Spires right back to Cole. Cole with the defensive switch. He's got Pridemore on him now. In the lane, he gets the fadeaway up and good. Cole would not be denied. He's got 10, 32-14 the score. Paoli up by 18. Mitchell to the offensive end, and I think Paoli has been forced to the zone with the big guys out on with fouls. Pridemore driving in. He leans in. Shot would not fall. Rebound taken down underneath by Robinson. He puts it back up and in. Robinson has 9, and it's now a 32-16 score in favor of Paoli. Paoli back to the offensive end. Minton has it way out front. Minton guarded closely by Robinson, tries to get around him, leaves it off for Reynolds. Reynolds over to Hughes. Paoli has spread things out against this Mitchell man-to-man. Spires on the left wing. Spires has used up the dribble. Back out front to Minton at the center court circle. Angles left. Now comes back to the middle with Spires. Over to Hughes in the corner. Hughes fakes three, drives in, leaves it off for Minton. Out to Spires, a long three. Good. Top of the key. Good thing that went. Nobody was underneath to rebound it. He's got 7, and it's 35-16 now. Paoli on top by 19 with 3 minutes to go in the half. Quickly into front court. Robinson has it. Passes back out to Mosier to Pridemore. Pridemore, right of the key, back over to Mosier. Dangerous three-point shooter. His pass is tipped and taken away. Another turnover against Mitchell. Cole pulls up 3 in front court. It's no good. Rebound followed by Hughes is up and good. Up in the air, grabbed it, put it up in one motion. He's got 5. Paoli's up 21, and Mitchell is taking time out. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
In the pregame, we talked about the athletic ability that Mitchell has, which is a positive for them. But very rarely will they run into a team like Paoli that can match that athleticism, and it's really making it tough on that defensive end here for Mitchell to score against Paoli because the Rams are able to stay right there with them with their speed, quickness, and physicality.
2:39 to go in the first half. Paoli has stretched that lead out to 37-16, extending full court pressure. Ian Sullivan has checked in. Deflection in front court, but Mitchell recovers. Get it down low, and there to lay it up and in is Robertson. Robertson, he gets his first 2. Make it 37-18. Paoli the lead and the basketball. Reynolds, he's in front court with it. Robertson has to come out and guard him near the midcourt stripe. Reynolds puts down the dribble, leaves it off for Sullivan as we get down to the 2:10 mark of quarter number 2. Way out front, Reynolds with it as Paoli has spread things out. Some foul issues with the big kids for Paoli right now. Reynolds dribbling away some time, passes to Sullivan near the midcourt stripe. Sullivan over to Hughes, back to Spires as Cole getting a bit of a rest for Paoli right now. Second game in 2 nights. The depth of Paoli may play a big part tonight. Spires, he's got it. Angles over to the right side. Spires out to Hughes. A long 3. Top of the key is no good. And Pridemore goes and gets the rebound for Mitchell. Quickly into front court to Mosier. Mosier behind the back. Lost it momentarily, but gets it back. Now he's used up his dribble. Passes out to Pridemore. Over to Chenault. Back to Pridemore. Into Robertson. Down to Robinson, who lays it up and in. Quick ball movement for an easy 2. He's got 11. And it's now 37-20. Paoli's lead at 17 with 1:05 to go in the first half of play. Out front, Reynolds has it for Paoli. Reynolds, guarded closely by Robertson, leaves it off for Hughes. The ball knocked away and taken away. Turnover against Paoli. Mosier drives it under, leaves it off for Robertson. His shot too hard, no good. Pridemore comes down with the rebound. Pridemore brings it back out front, and now let's see if Mitchell wants to think about holding for 1 with 45 seconds to go in the half. Mosier, he's going to be fouled by Ian Sullivan as he tried to jump pass across the way.
Yeah, the first on Ian, team foul number 2 in this quarter. Cole will come back in to replace Sullivan in the lineup with 39.9 seconds to go.
Just the second team foul, so no free throws to be taken. Mitchell will inbound to the right of their bucket. Pridemore, he will step out of bounds and do the honors. Pridemore has it, slaps it, brings it into Mosier at the three-point line. Down low, they get it to Robinson. Robinson, tough shot, no good. Wouldn't spin in on him, and the rebound controlled by Reynolds. Outlet pass, Paoli quickly into front court. Minton doesn't have numbers, brings it back out to Cole. Good move there. Paoli with 22 seconds left in the half. They can hold for 1. Cole at the center court circle. Ball poked away by Pridemore. Pridemore dives after it in back court. but Cole is there first. Into front court to Spires. Spires, his shot blocked out of there, and the rebound, Mosier has it. Mosier into front court. Pulls up, three-point line. Three on the way is no good. Minton the rebound, and he will try to pass it ahead, and that's the way the first half will come to an end. Paoli, an impressive start, leading Mitchell 37-20 after 2. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Inflation and other economic factors can keep you from getting the best results from your investments. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan may be able to help you find ways to stay ahead of inflation, save money on your taxes, and prepare for retirement. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates, Incorporated, member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
Well, 2 quarters in the books, 2 good quarters for Paoli as they lead Mitchell 37-20. That's your score as we get to the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, 1 tie, 1 lead change. Mitchell got out in front right off the bat, getting the first points on the scoreboard, led it 2-0. Paoli would come back and tie it at 2 about a minute later. That was at the 5:33 mark, and that would be the start of an 8-0 run on the part of Paoli as they got up to an 8-2 advantage. Paoli would continue to stretch that lead out as they get scoring from Sullivan and Cole repeatedly in that first quarter of play. What was an 8-2 advantage turns into a 20-7 advantage after Sullivan scores at the minute 50 mark. Mitchell able to counter with a 3-point trip out of a timeout. That got them back within 20-10, but that's as close as they would get in the first quarter as Paoli, again, with Cole and Sullivan buckets. Matter of fact, a 3-point trip for Sullivan at the end of the quarter that got Paoli up 26-12 after 1. Early part of the second quarter, Mitchell, they come out, they get the first points of that quarter, got back within 26-14, and then Paoli goes on a 6-0 run to bump that lead up to 32-14. Mitchell got back within 32-16 before Paoli again, despite some foul troubles for their big kids, they were able to get some points late in the half and got up by 21 at 37-16. Mitchell would finish with the final 4 points of the first half, and they got back within 17 at 37-20. Looking at the rebounding battle, it's being won by Paoli right now. It was a big margin early, but Mitchell did a better job in the second quarter rebounding. The difference there stands at 17-14 in favor of Paoli. Turnovers very much one-sided. 8 turnovers against Mitchell and 2 against Paoli. 37-20, that's your halftime score. Paoli's out in front of Mitchell. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at individual and team stats from first half action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Whitfield Investments halftime report, 37, Paoli, Mitchell 20. As we take a look at the shooting statistics in the first two quarters of play, Rams got off to a hot start in the first 8 minutes, hit 8 out of 13 from two-point range for 62%, and 3 out of 5 behind the arc for 60%, and then 1 out of 1 at the free throw line. In the second quarter, Paoli from two-point range was 4 out of 9 for 44%. At the half, a very good 12 out of 22 for 55%. Three-point shooting in that second quarter, the Rams knocked down 1 out of 3 attempts, making them 4 out of 8 here at the half for 50%. Paoli, though, went 0 for 2 at the free throw line, and at the half, the Rams are 1 out of 3 at the charity stripe, just 33%. For the Mitchell Blue Jackets, they opened up that first quarter going 4 out of 8 from inside the arc for 50%, came back and hit 4 out of 12 in the second quarter for 33%, and here at the half, 8 out of 20 for 40%. Three-point shooting for the Jackets, 1 out of 3 in the first quarter, 0 for 1 in the second, so they're 1 out of 4 here at the half for 25%. Mitchell got to the free throw line 3 times in that first quarter and made 1, but did not go to the charity stripe in the second quarter, so they're still 1 out of 3 here at the half for 33%. Whitfield Investments halftime report, it is Paoli on top, 37-20. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Rams on a 17-point advantage here at the half as we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Taking a look at individual scoring for Paoli. Chad Sullivan, a big first half. 9 points in the first quarter, another basket in the second. However, with over 5 minutes to go in the quarter, he picked up his second foul and did not play again. And the Rams really missed that inside presence from him down low in the lane. Fletcher Cole next in line with 10 points, 6 in the first quarter on 2 threes and 2 two-point baskets in the second for 10. Then 5 for Kirkland Hughes off the bench. Cooper Spires also a big night with 7 off the bench, so the Rams have 12 points from their bench so far here tonight. 2 for Traylon Mitten, 2 for Dakota Apple. Dane Padgett along with Ian Sullivan and Jackson Reynolds saw action but did not score. For the Mitchell Blue Jackets, they are led by Gavin Robinson. He has 11 points, 7 of those coming in the first quarter of play. Then 3 on the night for Austin Mosier, 2 for Carl Chenault, and 2 for Nate Robertson. Tate Woods, along with Aiden Primore and Malachi Goodman, as well as Caden Mullis, saw action but did not score. Rams led at 26-12 at the end of one. It's 37-20 here at the half. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
For over 40 years, families in Orange and surrounding counties have relied on the professionalism of Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli in their time of need. Melvin Dillman established this high standard of dignity and care that remains today under the direction of Tim Scott, family, and staff. Call 812-723-2276 to set up a pre-need appointment, and the staff at Dillman Scott will be happy to discuss all of your options. Southern Indiana's gold standard of care. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
As we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report, give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Taking a look at the foul situation, the Rams only committed 5 in the first half, but Dane Padgett and Chad Sullivan each had 2. While for Mitchell, Tate Woods picked up 2, as did Malachi Goodman. Nobody else with more than 1. I think for the Rams, they'll have to work a bit shorthanded here in this second half, as Dakota Apple, who went out with an ankle injury in that second quarter, is back out. But as an ice pack on that left angle elevated, and his night definitely will be over, but hopefully he'll have a quick recovery time like Kirkland Hughes did 1 week ago as we get ready to go with second half action.
Hope so. This is not the time of the year you want to see injuries starting to mount, getting close to sectional. Paoli, they're going to begin on the defensive end. Mitchell, possession of the basketball. They get it to Woods. Ball deflected underneath. Padgett comes up with it. Another turnover against Mitchell, their 9th of the night. The Paoli, they'll bring it across the timeline and work on the offensive end now. Cole with it. Lobs it to the corner. 2 Spires down low. They get it to Sullivan. Sullivan shot in close. Over. Robertson is good. Big man has not been able to influence him any. He's got 13. And it's now a 39-20 score in favor of Paoli. Robinson in backcourt for Mitchell. Now across the timeline. Gets it over to Mosier. Mosier to the top of the key. He made a 3 early in the ball game. Paoli comes out to get him. Now get it to Robinson. Robinson looking to drive. Got to the bucket. Shot up. No good. Too hard. Rebound controlled underneath by Sullivan. Ahead to Cole, to Spires. Spires at the three-point line. Lobs it to Padgett. Catch and shoot in one motion. It's up and good. He's got his first 2, and it's 39-20. Paoli on top. Make it 41-20. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Mosier, he's going to pull up with a long 3 that's too hard. Oh, and it went straight up in the air and came straight down through. He's got 6. 41-23. I would call it a shooter's roll, but that was no roll. That was a bounce well above the backboard. 41-23, Paoli up. Cole, hesitation move, got in the lane, leaves it off for Padgett. His shot in the lane, bounced off, no good. And Chenault runs down the rebound in the corner for Mitchell. He's in a hurry the other way. Drives in, couldn't get through, backs it out. Now he's open, dumps it down low instead to Robertson. Robertson back out front to Robinson. Robinson's 3 is up and no good. Cole, good block out for Paoli. He's got the rebound, and the Rams run the other way. Minton on the far sideline to the high post to Padgett. Right side to Spires. Spires works off the screen, got down the lane, leaves it off for Sullivan. Sullivan back to Spires, and they'll set again. Spires brings it over to Minton, get it right back, and now they'll cycle through that offense as Spires angles over to the left side. Got Padgett down low. He reverses, shot up, no good, but he is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Dane got bailed out there because he was off balance going up for that shot. Reach-in, though, still going to be called as the Jackets will put Padgett to the line looking for his first free throws of the night. Foul will be on Carl Chenault. That'll be his first team foul number 1 here in period number 3.
Padgett, 30% free throw shooter on the year. Couple of bounces, eyes the bucket, free throw up, and no good. That one was flat. Little more arch. Get a better opportunity to get it to go in.
He did that last night on his first one, and it went in, but the second one was much better.
And this one bounced out on him. Front rim, back rim, and out. Rebound controlled by Mitchell. Paoli, though, out off of the miss, sets 2-2-1 full court. Robertson, he's the outlet man in front court, gets it off to Mosier. Mosier backs it out with the dribble. Mitchell down by 18 with the basketball. 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. Paoli looks like they're in a 2-3 zone defense this trip. Out front, Woods with it over to Mosier. He's going to try another 3 that's good. This one didn't need that high kick. He's got 9, and it's now a 41-26 score in favor of Paoli. Mitchell has trimmed a little bit off of that halftime lead. Cole across the timeline, bounces off of Woods, gets it down low. There with it is Paget. Shot off the glass is no good as Robertson made him change it. And the rebound brought down by Mosier. Quickly into front court to Chenault. Chenault maintains his balance, fired it down low, and that one too hard. Nobody in the way of it. It goes out of bounds to the cheerleaders.
Well, it was the right idea, but not the right type of pass because he threw it so hard that ball never was able to bounce up to where Robertson could get a couple of mitts on it to pull it in. And that turnover, as Mitchell had back-to-back baskets here from three-point land, and had trimmed into that lead but come up with an empty possession.
Cole across the timeline for Paoli, shuttles it over to the left side to Spires. Spires gets the screen from Hughes out front, works over to the right side. Back out to Minton at the center court circle. Minton angles right, looks for Sullivan on the lob. It's going out of bounds, and that will turn it over to Mitchell.
Rams just did not have a good angle that time, trailing coming down the lane. I think he may have been screened out of his view by a couple of Mitchell defenders and was just not sure where Chad was going to be.
All right, Mitchell facing full court pressure again. Paoli's been in that most of the night. It's 2-2-1. In backcourt, Woods with it over to Mosier. Now to Chenault in front court. Mosier to Chenault. He's going to try a long three. That's no good. Long kick out. And the rebound taken down by Woods. Fired it underneath to Robertson. And as Robertson tried to grab a handle on it, he lost it. And Cole was the last to touch it as it went out of bounds.
Fletcher came down with it and was right so close to the baseline when he dribbled it went on the end line.
All right, Mosier will step out of bounds. He'll do the honors for Mitchell. Lobs it in to Robertson. Close in. Oh, it's spun out on the big man. He's frustrated. Hasn't been able to get anything to fall tonight, hardly. Rebound controlled by Paoli. Paoli to the offensive end, leading by 15. Spires, they're looking for Cole off the double screen. Got it to him, but the pass was off the mark. He couldn't get the shot. Cole now works with the dribble, angles over, and is bumped as they ran a double team at him, a physical double team to say the least.
Either it's going to be 2 or 3, and it will be number 2. And on Austin Mosier, that'll be his second and team foul number 2. Rams will get along the sideline on the left side with 3:41 to go. Came out, scored a couple of quick baskets, but have gone cold here for almost 2 minutes.
Pass it in to Spires on the far sideline, drives it to the baseline, under the basket, over to the near sideline. Spires to Hughes. Hughes fires it into Sullivan. Sullivan fakes, put the shot up. No, rammed out on him. Rebound, going out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Chad again, though, got good low post position that time. Measured Robertson. Just did not get a kind roll off the glass. Fortunately for Paoli, Mitchell touches it last, and they'll get another shot at it underneath their bucket.
All right, Spires, he'll step out of bounds to the right of the Paoli bucket. Has it, slaps it, looking. 5 count on, lobs it to Hughes at the three-point line. Shot on the way is no good. Robertson, the rebound for Mitchell, and the Jackets can get a little closer this trip. 41-26 the score. Paoli up by 15. Mosier to the right-hand side. He's made a couple of threes in this quarter. Looking for another. It's on the way. That one way off the mark, no good. Ball ping-pongs around, taken down by Hughes of Paoli. And a whistle and a timeout to be taken by Coach Dusty Cole. Paoli leading by 15, and you're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Coach Dusty Cole takes that timeout. Chance to set up the Rams offense. Both teams a little out of sync right now in the middle part of this third quarter. Again, both teams coming off wins last night, so they have their second game back-to-back, which is not uncommon, just uncommon in the middle of the week with all of the makeup games that have had to be put together to get the full schedule in.
All right, Paoli with the basketball. Mitchell trying to cut into that lead. It's at 15 right now. Spires down low, tried to get it back door to Paget. The ball knocked out of bounds by Mitchell. They were wise to it.
Rams set up that double high post set coming out of that set play on the timeout. Mitchell, though, they just really clogged up the lane and made it difficult for that diagonal pass to get over to that low block.
Cole Lobs it in to Sullivan in the far corner, sets the screen, works off of it. Cole got caught in the air, but gets it to Paget. Now over right side. Cole, three is good. That with Woods rushing at him. He had to put some extra arc on it. He's got 13, and Paoli's lead back to 18 at 44-26. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Out front, Chenault with it. Paoli is back to the man-to-man. Dump it down low to Mosier. Mosier works. His double team has used up the dribble. Scoops it up off the glass. It's no good. And Spires goes and gets the rebound off of the floor for Paoli. Quickly ahead, there's Sullivan. Sullivan's got it after Paget. Paget, right side. His shot no good, but he is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Robertson got the foul, but he made the Rams think about it 2 times before that when they should have went up with it, causing them just to be a little bit hesitant at taking it to the rim with his presence there. And on Robertson, that'll be his first team foul number 3.
Paget at the line. Free throw up and no good. He's missed a few there tonight.
Just 3 in a row. See if he can break that streak here.
Substitutions for Mitchell. Pridemore and Mullis will re-enter. Robertson goes out, as does Woods.
Dane with 2 points on the night. That coming on a basket to start this half.
Paget, second free throw. It's on the way, and that one looks good. It is. Got one of the 2. He's got 3, and it's 45-26. Back to a 19-point Paoli lead. Quickly into front court. Chenault with it over to Pridemore. Pridemore left of the key. Backs it out with the dribble. Paoli is set in their man-to-man. Mosier works around the top of the key. Passes left baseline. There with it is Mullis. Mullis has used up his dribble. Has to lob it out front. 2 teammates chasing after it, and they're fortunate to hang on to it. Mosier, he's going to drive right side. Got to the bucket. Tough angle, but got it to fall. Banked it in. He's got 11. 45-28 the score. Mitchell back within 17 with 1:39 to go in the third quarter. Cole going to drive in. Got right to the bucket. Shot no good, but he is fouled and will get a chance at the free throw line.
Fram's going to attack the rim now with the big man Robertson out of there. That whistle will be on number 12, Carl Chenault. That'll be his second, team foul number 4. Fletcher Cole going to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
93% free throw shooter on the year. The first up and good, as you would expect. 46-28 the score. Continuing on that countdown as far as him and Evan Seacat for all-time scoring honors. What was it, 124 coming in.
And he's got 14 right now.
So he needs a few more ball games. Second free throw up and good. Got them both. 47-28 the score. Mitchell down, but with the basketball. Price driving in, and the shot up by Robinson as he collided with Paget. Big collision, and as Robinson went to the floor, the whistle sounded. He'll go to the line.
It's only the first foul in this quarter. Unfortunately, it's against Dane Paget. That'll be his third. Becomes the first Ram player with 3 personal fouls. And to the line will be number 22, Gavin Robinson. He's 1 out of 2 at the line. Both of those coming back in the first quarter of play.
First free throw up and no good. Kicked hard out of there. Paget with that foul is going to be coming out. Sullivan will check back in for Paoli, and the 2 big men will rotate in and out with those foul issues.
Robinson had 11 points at the half and has not scored here in this quarter.
Next free throw up and good. So he got 1 of 2. Take it 47-29. Paoli out in front. That's 12 on the night for Gavin Robinson. Just about 4 under his season average. Paoli, they've got Cole with it. Cole drives on Chenault, gets it in the corner. Hughes, 3, too hard, no good. Spires, nice rebound on the weak side. He gets it off to Hughes. Hughes drives in, leans in, shot rolled off on him. Sullivan the rebound, and as he went back up, he was bumped and fouled.
Rams able again to do a good job on that offensive glass. Multiple shots. Robinson, the guilty party, his second. Team foul number 5. That'll put Chad Sullivan back at the free throw line. Second trip there tonight. He is 1 out of 1 so far in this ball game.
Came into the game shooting 63% on the year. Free throw up and no good. Missed that one. Paoli missing out on some opportunities here at the line in the third quarter.
1 out of 5, or make that rather 3 out of 7.
And 4 out of 8. So half and half. Got 1 of the 2. He's got 13 points. 48-29 is your score. Paoli up with a minute to go in the third quarter. Pridemar, his pass over there, it went straight out of bounds. Chenault thought it was tipped. The official says, nope, he just missed the target. That's 11 turnovers against Mitchell.
Mitchell's had that kind of miscommunication a couple of times here tonight where they've just literally thrown it out to the bleachers and the people in the first and second rows. See Paoli a hold for one.
All right, 56 seconds left in the quarter. Cole across the timeline. Chenault, he's had the defensive job all night. He's got it again. Cole driving in and got bumped as he got in the lane. Chenault frustrated as Cole, just that little bit of hesitation, got Chenault off balance.
And on Carl, that'll be his third over the limit. That'll put the Rams' best free throw shooter at the line in the person of Fletcher Cole.
Cole, free throw up and no good. Well, he's missed his one free throw for the week. 48-29 the score. We'll have a sub coming in if he makes this one. Cole, second free throw. That one straight through. 49-29, Paoli's advantage at 20. As Cole comes out, he'll get the rest at the end of the quarter here.
16 points he'll take to the bench.
All right, Paoli extends full court pressure. Pridemore with it. Gets it quickly into front court. Robinson driving to the bucket. Scoops it up and in. They just attacked the bucket. He's got 14. 49-31 the score. Paoli to the offensive end. Underneath, they get it to Sullivan. Shot in the lane, no good. Got his own rebound and put it back up and in.
16.
51-31. Mitchell in a hurry the other way. They get it again to Robinson. Leaves it off for Mosier. Mosier drives in. Shot blocked by Sullivan. Paoli's got it running the other way. 14 seconds to go. Underneath the Minton. He will put it up in traffic and go. 8 seconds still to go. Minton has three. It's 53-31. Chenault across the midcourt stripe. Down to 3 seconds. Leaves it off for Pridemore. He will launch at the buzzer. It's no good. And that's the way the third quarter comes to an end. Paoli extends that lead. They're up now by 22. 53-31 is your score. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Time rolls on and change happens, but some things remain the same. Banks send their profits to stockholders, and credit unions share profits with members and their local communities. The difference seems simple, but the effect is huge. Since 2021, Hoosier Hills Credit Union has donated over $500,000 to nonprofits, scholarships, athletic programs, and community foundations across central and southern Indiana. We're proud to give back to our local communities. If you'd like to bank local and build our community together, visit HoosierHills.com and join us today.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Well, 3 quarters in the books. A good 3 quarters so far for Paoli as the Rams lead the Mitchell Blue Jackets 53-31. That's the score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli looks like they're going to begin with possession of the basketball. Mentioned that Dakota Apple out with an ankle injury of some sort, and he's the lone starter not in there right now as Kirkland Hughes takes his spot. Kirkland, he's got it in backcourt, brings it across the timeline, and Paoli starts the fourth quarter with possession. Out front, Minton has it now. Minton angles over to the left side, can't get through with his drive, leaves it off for Spires to Hughes. Hughes lost it as he got into the lane, and it's taken away. Turnover number 4 against Paoli. Quickly the other way, Mitchell to Chenault. He's double-teamed in the lane, tried to throw it off of Sullivan. He loses it. Sullivan comes up with it. Another turnover against Mitchell. They're 12. Now Cole driving in for Paoli. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Hughes has it. Over to Spires. Spires back out front to Cole, and Paoli will set the offense from there. Quick start to the fourth quarter. No productivity just yet. Bumping as Cole drives in, and we're going to have a foul called this time as he drove in. And Robinson basically gives him a hand saying, yeah, you got that one.
And on Robinson, that's going to be, actually they're going to put it on Chenault, and that'll be even more trouble because that'll be his 4th.
All right, Paoli, first foul of the quarter against Mitchell, so that'll Give it to Paoli, the inbound. They do to Sullivan. Catch with one hand. Shot up, no good. Put up again, no good. And this time a foul called as Robinson, they say, got him on the arm. And that will be a free throw for Paoli. 4-2. All right. Yep. That foul will go on Robinson, his third. 7:06 to go, fourth quarter. Paoli leading it, 53-31. Sullivan, that's Chad at the free throw line. Shot up and no good. Rimmed out on him. Sullivan fouled in the act. He'll get another. Get everybody situated in the lane. Now we're ready. Free throw on the way is short. No good. And the rebound taken down underneath by Chenault. Chenault hands it off to Mosier. Mosier across the timeline. Angles down the far sideline. Passed it inside to Robinson. It's tipped away and taken away. Cole's got it. Running the other way for Paoli. Ball deflected. He recovers. Launches three. It's no good. Saved in bounds. But to Mitchell. Mitchell's got to run out the other way. Woods will go under and lay it up and in. That's his first two. Make it now a 53-33 ball game in favor of Paoli. Into front court. Paoli gets it down low to Cole. Works on Chenault. Fades away with the two in the lane. It's no good. And Robinson, strong rebound for Mitchell underneath. Mitchell down by 20. Into front court. Woods over to Mosier in the lane. Robinson turns, faces the bucket. Shot up, no good. Cole, another rebound for Paoli. Outlet pass to Hughes up the far sideline. Lob it down low to Sullivan. And we're going to have a timeout taken before a foul could be called. The official on top of it, he had the call, and the whistle sounded before the contact. Mitchell fans, of course, they were wanting a foul. Either way, it's a 53-33 Paoli lead and timeout taken. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summer's seamless gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summer's Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams shooting 52% through three quarters from two-point range, 45% behind the arc, but just 46% at the free throw line. Mitchell 38% from two-point range and 30% from three-point land.
Paoli, possession of it, lob it in to Padgett. He gets it off to Cooper Spires, and Paoli will cycle through the offense. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Pass got away, but Padgett there to recover for Paoli. They look down low for Sullivan. He's got a height advantage with Robertson out of there now. Gets it out to Spires. Spires to Hughes. Hughes angles over, gets a better passing lane. Now has it to Padgett, back to Spires. Skip it over to Minton. Minton fakes. He's going to spin into the lane. Lost it momentarily. Got it back, though, and leaves it off for Spires. Spires, baseline, fake. Shot no good, but a whistle and a foul, and he will go to the free throw line.
Citations by the Rams on that offensive set. Kate Woods, number 3. That'll be his third. Team foul number 2, but another shooting foul. Cooper Spires has got a nice night going with 7 points. It'll be his first time at the free throw line.
Spires, the minutes increasing as he comes back from that knee injury. First free throw up and no good, and this has been a problem this half, especially for Paoli. Missing free throws. All right, second one now on the way. That one no good as well. And Robinson, the rebound for Mitchell. Quickly into front court. Chenault goes right to the bucket and lays it up and in. He's got 4. No defense got in the way that time. 53-35 the score. Paoli up by 18. 5:15 to go in the ball game. Left side, Minton has it. Minton drives it to the baseline, passes in the lane to Sullivan. Shot fake, shot up, no good. Rebound, Robinson, and he is fouled. And Mitchell got to stop. Now they'll get a chance to get a little closer.
Rams, though, got the shot that they wanted, just couldn't get it to fall. That whistle will be on Paoli, number 2, Traylon Minton. That'll be his first. And team foul number 1 here in this quarter for Paoli as Fletcher Cole re-enters the lineup with 5:08 to go.
Mitchell will have the length of the court to go. Looks like Paoli's going to go to a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Mosier recognizes. Now he's in the front court. They'll get everything set as far as how they want to attack. Get it to Robinson in the middle. Out to Mosier. A long three is off the mark. No good. Minton, the rebound for Paoli. Minton tries to bring it forward himself. They get it after him in a hurry, and he passes it back to Cole, and they'll let Fletcher bring it across the timeline. Paoli goes to a high set 1-4. Out front, Minton hands it off to Spires. Spires over to Cole. Cole off of the screen, got to the free throw line, leans in, shot up, and good. Got himself free for 2. 55-35. Paoli a 20-point lead with 4:21 to go in the ball game. Right side, Mosier with it. Skips it over to Chenault on the left side. Back over to Mosier on the right. Mosier's driving in. His pass off the mark. And Paget there to intercept. 14 turnovers against Mitchell. Cole with it. In backcourt, he'll walk it across the timeline. Paoli can be patient the rest of the night with that lead. Cole into the lane. Pulls up. Jumper, no good. Paget the rebound. Fired it back out. It's the wrong color jersey. He fires it to Woods. Driving in. Laying it up. No good. Turnover avoided. Giving up 2 that time for Paoli. Paoli quickly to the offensive end. Spires open. Left side 3 is good. Tipped right in. Knocked it down. He's in double figures with 10. Paoli up 58-35. 3.5 minutes now to go in the ball game. Mosier, right side for Mitchell, driving in, had it knocked away momentarily, gets it back. Now he drives in again, leaves it for Chenault in the far corner. In the lane to Robinson, ball tipped away and taken away. Paoli runs the other way. Minton will drive under and lay it up and in. Turnover to an easy 2. He's got 6, and Paoli has got the lead up to 25 with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Out front, Woods with it. His pass deflected high into the air and out of bounds. It'll stay with Mitchell.
Rams in one of these little runs like they had in the first quarter when they broke this game open, trying to now finish it off here in the final 3 minutes of this ball game.
Out of bounds, Woods brings it into Mullis. Heavy collision with Mullis and Minton. Woods now with it out at the center of the court, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called, and this one will go against Paoli.
Cooper Spires called for the reach-in. That's just his first, team foul number 2. Jackson Reynolds will come into the lineup. Spires will come out. Ian Sullivan re-enters, and he'll replace brother Chad in the lineup. Chad goes to the bench here. 16 points so far tonight, but again, he had 11 of those at half.
60-35 the score. Paoli on top. Mitchell has the basketball. 2:45 to go in the ball game as Robinson works with it. He's going to drive in and got fouled and put the shot up and in. He's going to have a chance for a 3-point play.
Strong move by Robinson off the dribble. Got him one-on-one isolated with Fletcher Cole. That gives him 16 points on the night, right about his average.
All right, Robinson, 15.9 is his average. Going to better that here. Free throw up and good. Completes the 3-point trip, make it 60-38. Paoli on top, in control with the basketball.
That was just the first foul on Cole.
Okay. Into front court. Fletcher has it. He's going to angle over to the left side. Fakes the handoff. Still with the dribble alive. Cole brings it back out. Passes to Minton near the midcourt stripe. Minton over to Reynolds. Reynolds to Cole, right side. 2:20 to go. And as he went for that drop step move, the drop step went up out of bounds. That'll turn it over, number 6 against Paoli.
Rams have done a nice job, though, of taking care of the basketball tonight against some pretty good pressure that Mitchell puts on. Again, they're an athletic team and got some quickness as well as some strength.
Left side, Woods at the 3-point line, down low to Mullis. Mullis' pass hit the ankle of Robinson. He's saying he was pushed. The turnover gives it over to Paoli. Cole drives in, leaves it off for Paget, who will put it up and in. Paget's got 5, 62-38 the score. Paoli up by 24. Left side, Woods, a 3 is no good. Minton, the rebound, had it raked away from him. It's going out of bounds, and they say last touch by Mitchell.
Rams going to go to the bench, put seniors in. Here comes Hayden Bostock and Lyden Poe. as juniors Traylon Mitten and Dane Padgett will take a seat on the bench here tonight.
Paoli will have length of the court to go. Looks like Malachi Goodman will see some more action for Mitchell. He's going to come in and take Robinson's place. Robinson a little frustrated with the way things were going the last couple of possessions.
And Cade Walls will come in for the Rams, and Fletcher Cole will go out on the night. Fletcher will take 18 points with him to the bench. He had to work for all of them, though, tonight.
They
were, again, really face-guarding him all over the court.
Yeah, Chenault, he's a tough matchup for Fletcher. A little bit taller, maybe just a half step quicker. Into front court, Bostock has it for Paoli. Gets it down low to Reynolds. Outside, Poe for three. Wide down. Poe, the Long Ranger. And we're going to hear about that after the ball game. 62-41 the score. Driving in, shot by Mosier is up and good. Reynolds was trying to draw the charge, and he does not get the benefit of the call.
Foul will be on Jackson. That'll be his first team foul, number 4. And Mosier will go to the line. Got 13 points, looking for number 14 here.
Well, he's got that look on him like, I'm just getting loosed up. Give me another one. All right. Mosier fouled, and let's see, just making sure everybody's set here at the scores table.
Going to have a shift change here. As we see 30 King come in, also number 10 Martin. Number 11 Kender will see his first action of the ball game as well, as Coach Rossler now empties out his bench and puts in all of the subs on the sideline.
All right. Free throw on the way is up and good. Mosier with the make will take himself out of the ball game.
And he'll go to the bench with 14 points.
65-41 is your score. Minute 22 to go in the ball game. The subs are in for both teams. Paoli with the lead and the basketball. Walls into front court. Angles over to the right side. They're looking for Bostock. Got it to him. Three, top of the key. That's short. No good. Ball kicked around. It's kicked outside to Reynolds. Reynolds with the rebound over to Poe. Poe right side to Walls, and Paoli sets from there. Walls over to Reynolds. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Paoli the ball and a 24-point lead. Ian Sullivan has got it. He angles to the right side, has used up the dribble. Gets it over to Poe. Back out front to Walls, now to Reynolds. Reynolds left of the key, works off of the screen. To the top of the key, down to Poe. He puts it up and in. Sets the screen, drive to the bucket, gets the pass, lay it up and in, just like you draw it up in the books. He's got 5. 67-41 the score. Into front court. There with it is Goodman for Mitchell. Goodman, he's going to angle to the right side, and as he got down low, we had a collision, and a foul is called, and that will go against Paoli.
Yeah, number 24, Ian Sullivan. That'll be his second team foul, number 5, though. That means free throws here in the final 20.9 seconds. It'll be Malachi Goodman stepping up there at the line for the Mitchell Blue Jackets.
All right. See, Goodman, 5'9", a sophomore, averaging 2.6 per ball game. Free throw is up and no good. Substitution, Justin Thornton is going to check in for Paoli, and Jackson Reynolds will go to the Paoli bench, so everybody has gotten in tonight.
Ram just closing it out here.
Yep.
And we'll keep in the driver's seat of the conference championship.
Goodman, second free throw up and good. Got 1 of 2, his only point of the night. Make it 67-42 as Walls will bring it across the timeline with just 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Paoli will spread things out, leave it off there for Thornton. Thornton with 8 seconds. He'll put down a couple of dribbles, down to 5. Paoli will go away with the win and will wrap up at least a share of the conference championship. They'll go for the outright championship Friday night against Crawford County. Your final tonight, Paoli 67, Mitchell 42. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good. Riley Oil is pleased to announce they are once again pumping gas for their valued customers after the 2023 tornado outbreak at their Paoli location. The Riley family invites you to stop in and fill up with quality Marathon gasoline and diesel. Stop in and check out the facility, grab a cold drink and a Hoosier Lottery ticket. Be sure to visit their other 2 locations in Orleans and Hardinsburg and grab a snack, drink, or something cooked fresh from their grab-and-go hot bar. Riley's Marathon offers after-hours pay at the pump for your convenience. Visit them off the east side of the Paoli Square in Orleans and Hardinsburg.
Well, a victorious makeup game tonight for the Paoli Rams as they defeat the Mitchell Blue Jackets. Your final, 67-42. We begin the OC Eats post-game show. OC Eats delivering happiness right to your door. We will see you soon. Looking back at this ball game, we had 1 tie, 1 lead change. That was very early in the night. Mitchell came out, got the first points of the night. They led it 2-0. Paoli would come back, tie it up at 2, and then continue the run. It was the start of an 8-0 run that gave Paoli an 8-2 lead over Mitchell. Paoli would continue to stretch that lead out to as many as 13 points early. Well, with about 1:50 left in the first quarter, Paoli was up 13 at 20-7 after they went on a 7-0 run. So an 8-0 run, a 7-0 run in that first quarter gave Paoli a 20-7 advantage. Mitchell would get back within 10 after calling a timeout at 20-10 before Paoli is able to stretch it out to 14 to end that quarter at 26-12. Paoli continues to stretch that lead out through the early phases of the second quarter of play. About halfway through that second quarter, it was Paoli up by a score of 32-14. Mitchell would get a bucket to get back within 32-16 before Paoli runs off 5 straight. And it's 37-16 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Paoli would not score again the rest of the half. Mitchell would put up 4 of their own, and they were within 37-20 at the halftime break. Coming out in the third quarter, Paoli began to assert themselves. Took just a little bit, as Paoli actually, they got the first 4 points of that second half, but then Mitchell starts to chip away a little bit. After trailing by as many as 21, Mitchell gets back within 15 at the 5:06 mark, but then they go cold, go nearly 4 minutes without scoring. Paoli's able to bump that lead up. They continue to extend the lead through the end of the third quarter. Paoli led it 53-31 after 3. Through the fourth quarter, things pretty well decided, just a matter of what the final margin was going to be. Paoli got the subs in, got some lift off of the bench. All the fans applauding as Lyden Poe knocked down a 3 and a 2 late in the ball game. Those were Paoli's final points and helped set the final margin at 67-42. Rebounding battle, that was won by Paoli tonight, margin of 34-24. Turnovers very much in favor of Paoli. Paoli turns it over 6 times as compared to 16 turnovers for the Mitchell Blue Jackets. Well, 67-42, that was your final. Paoli, a 25-point win here tonight. One more game, and they can wrap up a PLAC championship. That'll be Friday night here against Crawford County. We'll take a break, and when the OC Eats postgame show continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from tonight's ball game. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Time rolls on and change happens, but some things remain the same. Banks send their profits to stockholders, and credit unions share profits with members and their local communities. The difference seems simple, but the effect is huge. Since 2021, Hoosier Hills Credit Union has donated over $500,000 to nonprofits, scholarships, athletic programs, and community foundations across central and southern Indiana. We're proud to give back to our local communities. If you'd like to bank local and build our community together, visit HoosierHills.com and join us today.
Well, OC Eats, a post-game show continues. We begin talking about tonight's ball game. It was an entertaining ball game. Pace was good up and down the court. Both teams getting after it. You know, the Mitchell folks may not be all that pleased with the way things turned out, but now they know how they match up, and if they get a chance next week in sectional play, they'll know what they'll have to work on. Mitchell, or Paoli, same thing. They've got a few things to work on as well, but overall, Paoli win the rebounding battle, won the turnover battle, shot it just a little bit better than Mitchell. And if you do those three things, chances are you're going to come away with a win like Paoli did tonight.
Rams jumped out on them early and put them behind. Mitchell had to play catch-up all night long after the Rams were able to take that 26-12 lead at the end of the first quarter play. And Mitchell almost in a scramble mode from that point on. And Paoli just kept an even pace with him. Every time that Mitchell might knock down a couple of shots, well, the Rams came back with a little answer of their own with a couple of quick baskets and just kept that lead right out there, about 20 points off and on throughout this ball game, and end up winning it 67-42. Mitchell now falls to 15-8 on the year, and with that, the Jackets end up conference play 4-2. Rams are 20-2 on the year and 5-0. Can wrap it up with that win over Crawford on Friday. Will give them the outright conference championship. And for the Rams, this will be the third season they have won 20 games in the regular season. Of course, when you date back further than when we expanded the schedule about 15 years ago, when you could play more than 20 games in the regular season, it was tough to get 20 wins in the regular season, unless you went undefeated. But the Rams, they won 20 in the 2018-19 year and 21 games in regular season in the 2017-2018, so a win over Crawford, if they're able to pull that off Friday, would tie that record for Paoli. So we mentioned the Rams got off to a great start here tonight at home. Started off that first quarter, 8 out of 13 from two-point range for 62%. And then, believe it or not, each of the next quarters, second, third, and fourth, Paoli was 4 out of 9 in each of those quarters from two-point range. And for the game, they were 20 out of 40 overall for a very good 50%. Rams needed to improve their three-point shooting tonight, and they did that. They were 3 out of 5 in the first quarter, 1 out of 3 in the second, 1 out of 3 in the third, and 2 out of 4 in that fourth. 7 out of 15 on the night for 47%. Rams left something to be desired, though, at the free throw line tonight. They started off okay, going 1 out of 1 in the first quarter, but 0 for 2 in the second, 5 out of 10 in the third, and 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Just 6 out of 17 at the stripe for 35%. Hopefully that is out of their system now for the rest of the season. Mitchell Blue Jackets came in tonight, opened up that first quarter from two-point range, going 4 out of 8. Backed it up 4 out of 12 in the second, 2 out of 6 in the third, 4 out of 6 in the fourth quarter. For the game, 14 out of 32 for 44%. Mitchell's three-point shooting tonight, 1 out of 3 in the first quarter, 0 for 1 in the second, 2 out of 6 in the third, 0 for 2 in the fourth. For the game, just 3 out of 12 behind the arc for 25%. Mitchell got to the free throw line 9 times tonight, and they hit 5 of them for 55%. As Paoli picks up the win here tonight, 67-42. As we continue with the OC Eats postgame show, we'll take a look at individual scoring. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than In Focus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
As we continue with the OC Eats post-game show, the Rams put 3 players in double figures in their 67-42 win over Mitchell tonight, led by Fletcher Cole with 18 points. Chad Sullivan with 16. He had a big first half, in fact, a big first quarter to get the Rams off. He had 9 of his 16 at the first quarter break, but then with about 2 minutes in, he picked up that second personal foul and didn't even play after that and picked up 1 basket before he went to the bench. So he had 11 at the half, and in this second half, he was able to add 5 more in the third quarter for 16 points tonight. Cooper Spires, coming off the bench, saw more extended minutes as a result of Dakota Apple going down in the second quarter with an ankle injury, and Cooper scored 10 points tonight for Paoli. Then 6 on the night for Traylon Mitten, 5 for Dane Padgett, 5 for Lyden Poe, who was the scoring machine in the last 2 or 3 minutes of this ball game for Paoli, picking up the offensive slack. And 5 as well for Kirkland Hughes, 2 for Dakota Apple before he went out with that ankle injury. Ian Sullivan, Jackson Reynolds, Justin Thornton, along with Hayden Bostock and Cade Wall saw action but did not score. For the Mitchell Blue Jackets, they had 2 players in double figures here tonight. 17, Gavin Robinson leads the way, 14 for Austin Mosier. Then 4 on the night for Carl Chenault, 2 for Nate Robertson, and 2 for Tate Woods. Malachi Goodman knocked down a free throw in that fourth quarter for his lone point in this ball game. As Aiden Pridemore, still battling that ankle injury, did not score. Logan Kinder, Cade Mullis, along with Gavin Martin, and Blake King saw action but did not score. Rams led it at the end of one, 26-12. It was 37-20 at the half. The lead was 53-31 at the end of 3. And Paoli coast to the win in that fourth quarter, outscoring the Jackets 14-11 to have your final margin of victory, 67-42. Rams pick up 2 big wins here tonight as the JV also victorious early on, again, as they had a big win over Mitchell, 63-27 in the JV contest. We'll continue with the OC Eats post-game show from Chambers Gymnasium and talk with head coach Dusty Cole. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Craving your favorite meal, but don't want to leave the house? OC Eats has got you covered. We deliver from the best restaurants in West Baden, French Lick, and Paoli every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Whether you're in the mood for burgers, pizza, Chinese, Japanese, ice cream, or something else, we've got you covered. Just visit getoceats.com. That's GETOCEATS.com or call 812-653-7431 and we'll place the order for you. OC Eats, delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon.
Rams victorious in a big conference showdown with Mitchell here at Chambers Gymnasium tonight, 67-42, the win for Paoli. Head coach Dusty Cole joins us now as we continue with the OC Eats post-game show. Coach came out ready to play here tonight, a big first quarter with 26 points.
Yeah, the boys were just kind of locked in early, and I thought they did a great job, just like I said, being ready to go, and did a nice job on the offensive end and the defensive end. We got some shots to go in early. That always helps, makes it look a little better when that ball goes in the basket some. We was able to hit some outside shots tonight too, but I thought our ball movement was pretty good. And again, we caused a few turnovers that first half, especially probably more in the first half than the second half. And I thought the other thing we did on the defensive end was took away the ball movement by the Mitchell guys. They only had 6 assists for the game, and we just kind of made it stick with guys a little bit, and when they did pass it, we did a nice job in the lanes.
Well, that first quarter got off, had that match down low where Chad was able to get good low post position and get him the ball where he could do something with it.
Boy, he was good tonight, wasn't he? He played really well. Ended up with 16 points, 14 rebounds, and just dominated the glass. And he actually did that and only played 22 or 23 minutes, too, because he had some foul trouble, too. So put up some big numbers for us, and that's against a pretty good defense with a pretty good defender that's about 6'7", 6'8". But I thought he did a nice job of getting position, holding his ground a little bit. He ended up putting him underneath the rim a little bit. And for those big guys, that's a bad place to be for them. And Chad did a nice job of putting him under the rim, and then he just finished his layups really well, too. But it was kind of all about the positioning.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the inside game, the outside game early on, Coach, able to knock down a couple of threes to get you some confidence there and spread out that defense.
And, that opens everything up for us. That creates the one-on-ones inside for us where, you can't have the guys helping. And it creates a little more space for the guys to drive and kick. And it just really helps our ball movement a little bit. And again, I thought the ball moved pretty well tonight. I thought we did a nice job of attacking the middle and making some nice passes out from there. And then we attacked their closeouts. They close out pretty hard on you. They're pretty quick kids. But sometimes they stand up a little bit on their closeouts a little bit, too. And we saw that on tape some. So I thought we attacked their closeouts pretty well and just kind of kept them scrambling.
Well, in that second quarter, Coach, able to have another little three-point advantage and had a nice lead there, 37-20, going into the locker room.
Yeah, we had a couple pretty good runs. We started the game on a pretty good run. That was huge for us. It's always nice when the other team has to take first time out.
Yeah.
It's always big. It's kind of a goal that we kind of set, and I thought we did a nice job early with our pressure defense, but in order to set that up, you got to score, too, and we did a pretty good job of doing that. We was able to get that lead, and once you get that lead, we can play our style a little bit more. We can spread people out on the defense a little bit more. And, again, I just thought we kind of had them chasing for a lot of the night, but a lot of good play out of a lot of guys. Just so many guys. You just kind of look down there at the points. We had 3 in double figures. Guys just kind of played their roles a little bit. It was nice to have Kirkland back. He hit a 3 for us. Cooper shot the ball well tonight. And the thing about Coop is he shoots the ball well for us. But, he had about 2 or 3 games there in a row where they were just coming in and out. And they all looked good. They were just kind of bouncing out on him. But he hits those in practice all the time. He's a great shooter, and it was nice to see him finally get a couple after 2 or 3 games of having them going out and just not get the bounce. But again, he's going to shoot a good percentage for us. And when he does and when Kirkland does, and then, Fletcher's going to hit a couple, too, for us, it just makes a big difference on the offensive end.
It was one of these games, Coach, where at different segments of the game, they had people that stood out there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and when you put it all together collectively, that gets you a good game and a win.
I agree. That's a good way to put it. You got some good play in those small stretches by different guys, and it just kind of makes you see, how long do we want to leave them in, because we like to rotate a lot too. So you want to give them a pretty good run when they're playing well. But I thought our assistants did a nice job of just kind of keeping the guys in when they were playing well, and then kind of getting guys out when they needed a break. So it's nice to have those guys over there too. They kind of watch those minutes a little bit and just kind of make those decisions for us a little bit. So we got a great staff that does that well too.
Yeah, I thought too, Coach, in that second half when you were working with the lead, your defense really at times clamped down, but you never let them get a run going where they hit like 2 or 3 big shots in a row. But if they did, you always had an answer.
Well, they're a good team, and they've got a couple guys that can really hit some tough shots. The Robinson kid, he's really hard to stop when he puts his head down. He can drive to the basket, but he finishes the ball way away from his body. And even though he's about 6 foot, he plays like he's 6'4" or 5, and he's really quick. He can play through the contact a little bit, so he can hit those tough shots. And then Mosier can do the same. You got to just have a hand up on him all the time. We're just trying to decide if we wanted to trap those high screens or switch those a little bit. But anytime you switch, you kind of get it big, and he's pretty quick out there. So that was a tough choice. But we just kind of mixed it up a little bit, tried to keep him off balance. Obviously, when you have players like that, they're going to hit some shots. But for the most part, I thought our defense made them work for tough shots. They hit a few of those tough shots, but they also missed a few as well, and that kind of led to some stuff the other end. And really, I thought we did a nice job rebounding the basketball. That was a huge difference in this game. They got a few offensive rebounds, but for the most part, we kept them off the glass. That's one of their strengths. We've seen them do that well. I think we held them to 7 or 8 offensive rebounds, which isn't too bad, but overall I think we out-rebounded by about 16 or 17.
And it got to the point of the game, Coach, when they were able to get everybody in, and those guys did their job as well.
They've gotten so much better, and those guys have worked really hard. Leiden does a great job. Jackson is a guy that he has played really well with the minutes he's gotten. And you just kind of look, is there a way to get him a few more? Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, because we got a lot of guys playing well. But he's a guy, you got to give him some credit. He's always ready to play. Always ready to play. You can call his number, whether that be just, 2 minutes or sometimes he'll play 10 minutes. But he's always ready to go. Leiden's the same. I thought Hayden did a nice job late. We saw early in the season, sometimes those guys would kind of come in, they kind of struggle a little bit. That's not the case anymore. Those guys come in, they're locked in too. They're locked in on the bench, the entire game. They cheer and cheer. We've got some great pictures of those guys over there of just the energy. And that says a lot about a team, I think. And those are usually the teams that do something special, and this was a big game tonight of working toward our goals a little bit.
Right.
We still have a little work to do. There's no doubt about it. We got to keep it going and play well Friday night, but hopefully we can get the conference on Friday.
I was going to say, you got one more goal to accomplish. It'll be a trophy game on Friday night.
They're all big games from now on.
Yes, they are.
It seems like they are. You get to the last 2 weeks of the season, that's how it is. You want to be playing your best basketball, and I feel like we're doing just that.
That'll be a little emotion as well, being senior night.
Yeah, that's going to be a little different. It's a special group here, and obviously we got Fletcher too. So there'll be some emotion for sure. But these guys deserve everything. They've really put in so much time, made a lot of sacrifices. They always do. These seniors that we have that actually stick with it, whether they're getting a lot of playing time or not, they earn a lot of respect by a lot of people, and it's not just their teammates and their coaches. It's all these people in the stands. You can see when those guys come in, people appreciate those guys, and it's because of all that work, and that's going to pay off for them.
That it has. Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Friday night.
Sounds great.
You bet. Head coach Dusty Cole, the victorious Paoli Rams, they win it here tonight over their conference foe, Mitchell, 67-42. We'll be back to wrap up the OC Eats postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
As we wrap up the OC Eats post-game show, OC Eats delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon. The Jackets fall tonight to Paoli, 67-42. Mitchell now. They are 15-8 on the year. They have one more game left, and that will be on Friday night as they will be wrapping up their home part of the season, taking on the Scottsburg Warriors. And Mitchell, with the loss tonight, end up conference play at 4-2. For the Rams, as we mentioned, a 20-game win regular season, 20-2 right now. They've won 8 in a row. They have won 9 of the last 11 against the Mitchell Blue Jackets. But the Rams, as we talked with Coach Cole, still some work to be done if they want to be conference champions outright. Right now, the worst they can do is share it with Orleans, but Paoli wants to be a little selfish come Friday night as they will have their final home game of the regular season, and it will be senior night as the Rams will be welcoming in the Crawford County Wolfpack. And again, the win would make them run the table and be perfect in conference play and be the undisputed conference championship in boys basketball, as Paoli looks to add that to their collection. The last time that they were conference champions, back in 2022. So join us again. Our next coverage will be coming your way on Friday night here from Chambers Gymnasium as the Paoli Rams will be welcoming in the Crawford County Wolfpack. JV at 6 o'clock and varsity at 7:30. We'll be on the air with our pregame at 7:15. And again, Coach Key's JV looks to close out on a winning note as well. They picked up another big win tonight over Mitchell, 63-27. And again, they've only lost 2 ball games this entire season as well. As the Rams victorious over Mitchell tonight, 67-42. As always, want to thank our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you to our engineer producer. Great job as always by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight from Chambers Gymnasium on the James A. Babcock Court. It was Paoli 67, Mitchell 42. Good night, everybody.
High school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME is brought to you all season long by Bender Lumber, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hardware, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Orange County Community Foundation, Paoli Health and Living Community, Riley Oil Company, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Summers Seamless Gutters, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Team OC Youth Mentor.